everybody? Welcome back to Mind & Co Yoga. My name's Kayla, that's Honey, and today we are going to guide you through a yoga for runners flow. It's going to be a lot of stretching, targeting a lot of areas that us runners tend to ignore, even if it is tight. How ironic is that? But go ahead, put on your favorite music, put on some comfy clothes. We're not really going to be sweating that much today. Subscribe to this channel and let's get moving. All right, everyone, welcome to your mat. We're going to start with a little bit of breath work. As you know, running requires a lot of breaths, and I think a lot of time, maybe I'm projecting on you because I know it definitely happens to me, but my breaths go from really nice and big to really short and small when I'm running, especially when I hit that point where, I have to mentally keep pushing, even though my body physically can go, my mind starts to go, and therefore my breath starts to go. So let's just invite that breath back in, maybe the breath we lost during a recent run, or if we just want to practice taking big, deep breaths, let's start with that. Go ahead, find yourself on your shins. Your glutes are going to be on your heels. Take a big inhale as you roll your shoulders up towards your ears, and you can sigh it out on the exhale as your shoulders fall. Good. All right, inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, feel your belly and your chest expand. Exhale through your mouth, let it all go. Inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, last one. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top. One more sip of air. Sigh it out. Man, it feels good to let air run through us, right? All right, take a big inhale here. Your arms reach over your head. Gaze goes up. And exhale, drop your shoulders, drop your arms, twist over towards the right side. So your right hand goes behind you, left in front of you. This is just a gentle twist. Maybe you can gaze back towards your right shoulder, opening up the left side of your neck. Good, inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Your left hand behind you, right in front of you. Gaze over your left shoulder, opening the right side of your neck. Good, inhale back through center. And as you exhale, fall forward into this tabletop position. Tap out the tops of your feet. Maybe you feel a lot of energy there. I know I do. And you can tuck your toes. So that way the balls of your feet are on the mat and your toes are tucked. You can feel the stretch in the soles of your feet. Good. We're going to take some rocks back and forth. As you rock back, you apply pressure to the balls of your feet. Maybe you even lift your knees off the mat. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale back. Good. Heels going towards your hips. Inhale through center, just opening up our soles of our feet. Exhale back. Inhale through center. And you can tap it out again on the exhale. Release that energy. Maybe even wiggle a little bit. All right. Find your center, your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. Inhale as you arch your belly. Gaze up for cow pose. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin for cow or for cat. Inhale up for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale up for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale up for cow. Tuck your toes. As you exhale, leading with your tailbone, send your hips high for that downward facing dog. If your heels don't touch the mat, that's okay. You can take a bend in your knees. And if they still don't touch the mat when you bend your knees, then let it go. It's okay. Accept it. Your heels are not ready to touch the mat in this moment. Who cares anyway? If they do touch the mat, take a micro bend in your knees so you're not locking your knees out. Good. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower.
Good. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale to lower. Nice. Now, keeping your hips in line with each other. So think of as if you have two headlights at the front of each hip bone. Think about them facing down. As we inhale, lift your right heel high towards the sky, keeping that right hip facing down. Good. And as you exhale, knee to nose in a high plank, move forward. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, high plank, knee to nose. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, high plank, knee to nose. Bring your knee a little bit closer. And then go ahead, step that right foot in between your hands. Drop your left knee behind you. Good, you can untuck your toes or keep them tucked. It's up to you. Inhale as your arms sweep high, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, hold. While we're here, we want to slow down our thoughts, slow down our breath while we sink into that front hip to open up our hips, our groin. You might feel a little stretch in your IT band if it's very tight. Wherever you feel the stretch, just know that it's a release and be open to receiving it. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hold. You're welcome to drop your eyelids. Good. Release the tension in your eyebrows. Big inhale. As you exhale, open up towards your bent leg, towards the right, your right hand behind you, left hand in front of you. Take a gentle twist, pulling that right shoulder over towards the left, back behind you. Maybe your gaze goes back. Good. Exhale to hold. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist open towards the left, your right hand in front, left hand behind you. Good. Inhale through center. As you exhale, straighten your front leg into that half split. Good. Your hips go back. Now you can either keep your hips lifted off of your back heel, and if you feel a stretch here, that's great. I know I do. But if this is a little uncomfortable, or maybe you don't feel a stretch, you can go ahead, send your hips all the way back towards your heels, and then lean forward this way. Good. You can let the crown of your head hang low. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Go ahead, flex your right toes towards your nose and take a gentle activation in your right knee. It's going to prevent your knee from locking out. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Good. Inhale as you move back through center, back through that low lunge, Anjaneyasana, and then plant your hands on the inside of your right foot and heel toe your right foot further out towards the right side of your mat. So we're in this like wide, low lunge, okay? Now, if you feel a greater stretch here, wonderful, you can hold here, or if you would like, you can go onto your elbows or even walk your hands further out in front of you. Yogi's choice. Take a big inhale here. And wherever you are, as you exhale, roll onto the knife edge side, so your pinky edge side of your right foot, to even further open up that right hip. Good. And we're going to hang here for 3 breaths. Yoga is a chance to focus on your breath, really hone in your breath without the cardio aspect that running provides. The breath can help us in running, as we all know, go just a little bit further. Or maybe if we're not going further in distance, maybe we're just enjoying it a little bit more. But sometimes I know I definitely get caught up in, my heart rate, heavy breathing, the aerobic aspect of running. So yoga is really beautiful. So you can focus on your breath here, train your body to take these big, slow, deep breaths in times of relaxation. So when you're in times of stress, maybe it'll come a little bit more naturally. Good. Inhale. If you're on your elbows or hands out in front of you, prop your hands back up, plant the right sole of your foot back on the floor, untuck your left toes, and lift that left knee off of the mat. Good. So we're in this runner's lunge. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, walk your right foot back center, directly underneath you. Maybe you have to go onto your fingertips or onto a prop to wiggle that right knee directly underneath your chest. Then an inhale brings you all the way up to crescent lunge, this high lunge. While you're here, send your right hip back, left hip forward, biceps by your ears. Take a big inhale. Good, and exhale, plant your hands on the floor, step back into that downward facing dog. Wiggle it out, shake your head yes and no. Maybe swing your tail back and forth. Good, and just like we did in the beginning, keep your hips facing the ground. As you inhale, your left leg goes high. As you exhale, knee to nose in a high plank. Inhale, send your left leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, send it high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Squeeze it in just a little bit tighter, and then plant that left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee. Good. Inhale, arms go over your head. Anjaneyasana on the left side. Your left foot is forward. Good, and as you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale here. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, open towards the left side. Your left hand behind you, right in front of you. Maybe your gaze can go over your left shoulder. Good. Holding here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back through center. Exhale, open up towards the right. Left hand in front of you, right hand goes behind you. One inhale here. One exhale. Inhale brings you back through center. And then as you exhale, go ahead, send your hips back towards the right heel, straightening your left leg into this half split. So once again, you can keep your hips lifted off, or your singular hip, unless you have to, who knows, your hip lifted off of your heel, or you can sink your hip towards your heel. Relax your eyebrows here. Relax any tension in your jaw. And as always, just come back to your breath. We're here for 3 breaths. Good. Inhale as you gently rise. And as you exhale, rebend into that left knee. Back into that low lunge. Good. Take an inhale here as you move your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Heel toe your left foot out towards the left side of your mat to open up that hip. Once again, you can stay here with your arms supporting you. You can walk your hands out or lower onto your elbows. Good. Take an inhale as you roll onto the pinky toe edge of your left foot and exhale to hold. Just sending that left knee over towards the left side. If you would like, you can press on that left knee. Opening up our glutes here. We're here for 2 more breaths. One more breath. Good. Inhale, gently walk yourself back up and wiggle that left foot back through center. Your hands fall on each side of the foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off of the mat, and then inhale all the way up to crescent lunge. Good. Pulling your left hip back, right hip forward. Biceps by your ears. Take a big inhale here. Activate your glutes, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good. One more inhale here. As you exhale, arms sweep down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, send your heart closer towards your thighs. And as you exhale, lower your heels back down. Good. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward, bend your knees. As you exhale, find yourself in a seated position at the top of your mat. Good. Moving on to your glutes Your legs come out in front of you. Take an inhale as your arms reach high. And as you exhale, lean forward over your knees. No pressure for how low you get. Just fold forward. Good. Take an inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Good. And inhale, we're going to open up into the straddle position. So like a wide-legged forward fold. You're seated. So your heels go out to each corner of your mat. If you're like this, that's okay. If you're like this, it's okay. Literally, if your legs are behind you, it's okay. All right. Go ahead. Move your hips forward. The key in this is to have your knees pointing up towards the ceiling or even tilted a little bit back. So if your knees are rolling in like that, that's going to hurt in the long run. So if you need to close your legs a little bit to have your knees point a little back or up, go ahead, close them. All right. Inhale as you straighten. Think about pouring water out of the front of your hips or like you're about to sit up. So when you sit up, your hips move into a tilted position. And then take an exhale as you gently walk your hands forward. Now we want to lead with a flat back. So think about your belly button dragging you to a spot out in front of you rather than down. So if my belly button needs to reach out there, then I'm going to lean forward with a very flat back, okay? If this is as far as you can lean, awesome. Hold it, rock it, breathe through it. You can go further, go ahead. And then when you get to that point where you can't go anymore, you can relax your head, your shoulders, and take that gentle round in your back. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Think about your toes facing up and your knees facing up. Most important parts of this pose. Two more breaths. One more breath. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, reach just a little bit further, maybe a centimeter, maybe an inch. Good. And inhale, gently walk yourself back up. Swing that left leg back around. You can shake it out. Release any energy built up and meet me on your back. Ooh, feels good. Have your knees into your chest. Plant your left sole of your foot on the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for this figure 4. And then go ahead, take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, thread the needle. Your right arm goes through that cavity of your right leg. Maybe your hands cross behind your left thigh into this reclined figure 4. You can sway back and forth here. Good. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, begin to send your left or your right foot over towards the left. So we're doing this little shoelace tie. So your left hand will be on your right foot, right hand on your left foot or left ankle. In this little deeper, not quite a figure 4, it's called shoelace, but your knees are lined over each other. Opposite hand to opposite ankle, and just hold here. Good. Inhale brings you back through center. Let's go legs up the wall. Straighten both legs. And then exhale your right foot to the floor, your left ankle over your right knee. Recline figure 4 on the opposite side. Thread your left hand through that center. Grab the back of your right leg. And take this recline figure 4. You're welcome to take any gentle movement to where you feel sensation the best. Notice if you've forgotten about your breath, if you haven't been taking as deep of breaths as you did in the beginning, and then allow it to return back to you. Okay, moving into the shoelace, take a big inhale here. As you exhale, slide your left knee over your right, reach for your right ankle with your left hand. And take this little reclined shoelace. Once again, you can sway back and forth till you feel the sensation that you need. Good. Inhale, legs go up the wall, straighten both legs. And as you exhale for 10, we're going to lower our heels down to the floor. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lands you into Shavasana. Move your heels off of your mat. Take this wide Shavasana or hold here for a few breaths. I'll guide you out of it. I know you're at home, but I encourage you to stay for this part of the practice. Gently close your eyes. I want you to count your breaths to 10. So inhale is 1, exhale is 2, inhale 3, all the way to 10. See if you can focus your mind for that long. Go ahead and begin now. If your thoughts had wandered, you can pick up where you left off counting or start over. Every inhale is a chance to begin again. Begin to notice something around you. Maybe it's a smell. Maybe it's a noise. Maybe it's a feeling, a sensation. And inhale gratitude for your ability to receive this part of your surrounding. And sigh it out. Inhale, your arms reach overhead like a good morning stretch. And exhale, your knees come through center. You're welcome to roll over to whatever side feels good to you or pause in center. Take a big inhale here. Feel your chest and belly rise. And as you exhale, let it go. Whenever you feel ready, Move into a seated position at the top of your mat. Your eyes still soft or closed. Bring your left hand to your heart. Your right hand palm facing up on your right knee. May we allow ourselves to recognize all the goodness around us, receiving all that it has to offer through our left hand. May we send back our gratitude and presence, leaving through our right hand. Thank you so much for joining me on this yoga for runners. I hope you go all the distances that you wish to go and fill your mind with good company. Namaste.